Hi, this is the Blue Devils, Team 4130.
And this is Robozone.
Robozone is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. Toyota, let's go places. Fanuc America, innovative automation solutions. Hino Trucks, the fastest growing premier medium duty nameplate in the United States. And Operating Engineers 324, we keep Michigan running. Coming to you from the campus of Lawrence Technological University, I want to welcome you back to the only show that eats, breathes, and builds robots. Welcome back to Robozone. I'm your host, Lauren Plant. Well, this is it, robotics fans. After 6 weeks of intense competition and 18 events across the state, the 2015 First in Michigan District season is now complete. We all know by now that this was the biggest and best season ever. 347 teams and 1,700 matches over the last 90 days. The results of our final 3 district events were critical to a bunch of teams still hoping to advance to the Michigan State Championship. The robots keep improving and the Recycle Rush scores keep climbing. Let's get to Week 6 action, and we'll begin in the Lansing area. Mason High School was the final district outing for a full roster of 40 teams playing at the Lansing district. Big names in Lansing included Ortonville's Team 68, Trucktown Thunder, Wyoming's Team 858, the Demons, and Saginaw's Team 703, Phoenix. But the team to watch was Team 314, the Megatron Oracles from Flint. Big Mo was one of only 2 teams at Lansing playing for their 3rd time. With 2 previous 2015 district wins already this season, 314 were favored to win again in the bonus lottery spot at Lansing. Team 314 has been actively working on upgrades in an effort to remain one of Michigan's top scoring teams. In qualifying, Big Mo started out rather soft, placing low scores on their first 2 trips to the playing field. By their 3rd attempt, they clearly had the bugs worked out, and together with Team 3536, the Electro Eagles from Heartland, and Team 5460, Strike Zone from Lapeer, Big Mo set the high score of the weekend with a giant score of 195, scoring double-capped stacks of 6, plus a 3 and a 4 and a 40-point co-op bonus. This launched all 3 of these teams towards the top of the standings and put 314 solidly in first. In 9 out of their 12 matches, Big Mo scored over 100 points, ending with a 117-point qualifying average and a lock on the coveted #1 seed position. Right behind them in 2nd place was Trucktown Thunder. Fresh from their experience at Centerline the week before, Trucktown stood out from the remaining 38 teams with an average of 108 in 12 rounds. It was no surprise in the Alliance section that these 2 top teams chose each other, adding Lapeer Team 1684 Chimaras as their 3rd. This moved the Demons into the 2nd place captain seat, and they selected the Electro Eagles and rookie Clio Team 5533 Electric Horsepower to join their alliance. 5260 from Owasso led the 3rd alliance group, choosing Grand Haven's 3546 Buckin Gears and 5236 Gears of Fortune from Chesaning as their teammates. After the completion of all 8 alliances, it was off to the playoffs and a final shot at advancing to state for 24 of our 40 teams. In the quarterfinals, the 6th-ranked alliance of 5460 Strike Zone from Lapeer, 703 Phoenix from Saginaw, and 3535 Galactic Invaders from Lapeer surprised everyone by scoring a 101 in quarterfinal 2 and sneaking into 3rd place and knocking alliance number 4 out of contention. The #1 Big Mo Trucktown Alliance were the clear leaders with an over 40-point average lead after 2 rounds. 12 teams of our 24 moved on to the semifinals. Things got tight in the semis. The Big Mo Alliance held the top spot with a 139-point average, but the #6 Strike Zone Alliance posted scores of 126, 126, and 139 to put them just 9 points behind the leaders and earn them a trip to the Lansing District Finals. The #2 and #3 groups were both out of the race. In the finals, it was do or die, and the underdog, number 6 Blue Alliance, almost did, answering the Red Alliance's 169-point initial score with a 165, just a 4-point margin. In Finals 2, the Red Alliance finished off the tournament with a decisive 175 to 140-point win. This was the 3rd win of the year for the Megatron Oracles, setting them apart from the pack as one of the top teams bound for the Grand Rapids Championship next week. As one of our reigning state champions, their chances of a possible repeat are looking pretty good.
Feels pretty good. We're 3 for 3 so far. I mean, there's a lot of room for improvement. There's a lot of tweaks going around. I mean, we want to get better for states. We want to win states. So, yeah, I mean, we had our 5th can get caught. Our tether was underneath of it, so one of our stacks wasn't allowed. We were able to pull it out with 4-6 stacks, but it was close. I mean, they assembled a good alliance. I mean, there's a lot of room for improvement. We know there's a lot of area to shave off seconds. I mean, we need to get our 3-toed auto back down, and we need to get 4 stacks going up. I'm very proud. I mean, last year we came here, we only got a finalist. We lost to Hot in the finals. It was nice getting a win out of here, going 3 for 3 for the banner. I mean, it's a really nice way to close out the regular season.
It's just like working with your best friend. We work in sync. We do the same things. We talk to each other. We get through it, and we did, and got a blue banner. So
I was going to be happy either way because Strike Zone on the Blue Alliance is our sister team and it's their rookie year, and I would have been extremely happy for them, but of course I didn't want to beat them a little bit.
Oh my God, amazing. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to go further.
Lawrence Technological University takes pride in providing its students with state-of-the-art equipment and experiences beyond the classroom. As part of the new Taubman building, robotics students will be able to get one-of-a-kind experiences with brand new labs and equipment. The new Taubman complex at LTU will be opening in the fall of 2016, providing robotics students with everything they need.
It's still the same concept where it's a Tinker Lab concept. The students actually come into the lab. We don't use a lot of kits or pre-built robots for them, but they build everything from scratch. So they have the basic measurement equipment. They have personal CNC machines, 3D printers, and they can come in, do a CAD model of the robot, and build their individual robots in the lab. So we really encourage them to build every component from scratch.
The importance of these labs, providing the practical component of LTU's outstanding education.
We don't only say theory practice, we actually implement it. So the point of all these labs is to provide students with the practical experience they need to really hit the road running. And we really pride ourselves on, even though there are other places right now offering this degree, I think we're still very unique in the fact that every single robotics class has a practical component.
And building everything from scratch has given robotics students applicable experiences for their future jobs and careers.
We've already had a lot of compliments from a lot of our students who are getting internships in different companies about the quality of work that they do.
To learn more about robotics at LTU and its state-of-the-art equipment, as well as all of the other amazing programs offered at Lawrence Tech, head to ltu.edu and schedule a visit today. Coming up on Robozone, Kiara Lancaster gives us an inside look at women's participation in robotics. Then we check out all of the best highlights from the Mason competition on your home for high school robotics, Robozone.
Since 1932, Lawrence Tech's motto has always been theory and practice, meaning you don't just learn theories, you also get hands-on practical experience. So students in all the engineering concentrations get the chance to work closely with our professors, using the advanced equipment and facilities here. As captain of the Baja SAE team, I was able to take what I learned from my engineering and entrepreneurial courses to prepare a race-ready vehicle for competition. But the best thing is the adrenaline rush you get taking that car off the jump.
You may not know us, but you know the things we do.
We build landmarks,
buildings,
highways,
bridges,
and pipelines.
We build rewarding careers.
We operate.
We maintain.
For over 100 years, we've kept Michigan running.
And we'll keep it running.
We're Operating Engineers 324.
And we're proud of being part of something special.
Join us.
For over 30 years, we've been the leading supplier of robots, CNCs, and factory automation to American manufacturing. We help companies reach production goals locally and globally with bringing manufacturing back to North America. Our innovative technologies provide world-class quality and efficiency. We train, educate, and develop highly skilled workers, harnessing the power of man and machine together. We are the future of manufacturing. We are FANUC America.
From grade school to high school, boys and girls take math and science courses at roughly equal numbers, yet 87% of all engineers are men. FIRST Robotics has been a major advocate in getting girls interested and invested in STEM careers. FIRST Robotics was founded in 1993 and has since seen a steady increase in female team members.
We have women from on almost every single team in large numbers. It used to be that it was maybe 10%, then 20%. Probably in Michigan it's more like 30% or higher. We just are reaching every kind of student everywhere.
I'd say even on my 4 years just in robotics, I've seen a big growth in girls on robotics, and especially just girls working on the robots too, not just in the stands. So it's something that I think is really exciting. Last year we had 3 girls on our competition team, and this year we've got a girl on our pit crew in our comp team, which is pretty great. So I think it's really inspiring for girls to see.
Ellen Green began her robotics journey in middle school by joining a Lego league. In high school, she was a captain of the Killer Bees, and now she's in her freshman year at the University of Michigan studying industrial mechanical engineering. For Ellen, breaking that gender barrier took confidence and courage.
It is kind of intimidating, especially when I first joined the team. I saw the drivers and people like that as people that I looked up to, but I could never be. And as I got older, I realized that more of that is leadership than anything else. So if you do have good leadership qualities, you can go anywhere in the world.
Ellen joins only 17% of industrial mechanical engineers that are women, and being somewhat of a trailblazer isn't always easy.
Unfortunately, I would say that the barriers that I started with are still there. Even when I go to class, being at such an elite school, it's oh, well, you're only here because you're a girl, and we need more girls in engineering. That's the only reason you're here. And that's unfortunate, and lots of times it comes off as a joke, but people don't realize that the girls take that seriously.
But Ellen does not let conflict stop her, and she makes it her mission to encourage other women to do the same.
So my junior and senior year as a leader on the Killer Bees, I definitely made a strong push with female leadership, especially on the technical side of things. Oftentimes girls will go towards what they feel they're most comfortable with, which oftentimes isn't something technical. And giving them the encouragement saying, hey, you can screw up, no one's judging you right now. Seeing me go on the field and wreck the robot around and getting back up and brushing yourself off. So encouraging people like that has been really helpful.
Currently, Ellen mentors rookie team 5517 and the Megatron Oracles, and she is sure to stress the importance of women in STEM careers.
Because girls think differently than guys, and that's something that's important to recognize, and it's also something that's valuable for all of us.
For Robozone, I'm Kiara Lancaster.
Thanks, Kiara. For the past 7 years, Troy Athens High School has hosted a late-season Michigan District event, and this competition has a long history of being one of the best of the year. Of course, 2015 was no exception. Here's Lauren with all the highlights.
Troy had a ton of talent on hand, so we knew we were ready for a great battle. Some of the notables in theater for this one: team number 33, the Killer Bees from Auburn Hills, winners from the Southfield District. The Bees have been absent since week 1, and rumors of upgrades and improvements abound. Team number 226, the Hammerhead, the host and home team from Troy Athens. Team number 469, the Las Gorillas from Bloomfield Hills, winners from St. Joseph and reigning world champions. Team number 2337, the Engineers from Grand Blanc, winners from Kettering, and expectations were high to see what the Nerds have been working on. Team number 3539, the Biting Bulldogs from Romeo. Qualifying rounds at Troy started off with a bang, with the Hammerhead setting a 110 in the very first match on Friday morning, followed immediately by the Engineers scoring a 130. All told, we saw 27 scores up over 100 in the 82 qualifying rounds. The Killer Bees showed off their new tote collection system, and by their second trip to the field, this landfill collection specialist was also in contention with a 117 score. The Las Gorillas got off to a slower start, but late Friday they found their game and scored a 156 in match number 40 with Team 3538 Robo Jackets from Auburn Hills and 818 Steel Armadillos from Warren. The high qualifying score of the weekend of 177 points was posted Saturday morning in match 61 by the Killer Bee, Biting Bulldogs, and the Heroes Alliance 5774 from Flint. With the Killer Bees stacking all 18 landfill totes themselves, This success, combined with a 172 score in match 69, put the Bees way out in front and in the first seeded position with an impressive 121-point qualifying average in 12 rounds. Las Gorillas took second with a 100 average. Moving into the Alliance section, #1 ranked Killer Bees chose the Las Gorillas and Team 1188 Royal Oaks Oaktown Crews as their partners. The Hammerheads chose the Engine Nerds and Team 5217, the Robocats from Dearborn, to make up the #2 Alliance group, followed by the Biting Bulldogs, added the Robo Jackets, and 5201, the North Branch Brontobots, to create Alliance #3. On to the playoffs they went. In the playoff quarterfinals, the Killer Bees Gorillas Alliance took the lead as expected, posting scores of 157 and 155. The surprise was Alliance #7, comprised of 49-61 Shock and Awesome from Almont, 247 Da Bears from Berkeley, and 35-34 House of Cards from Davison. This trio scored a 107 followed by a 101, putting them into 4th place and moving them on to the semifinals. The Bulldogs #3 Alliance was out of the race. In the semis, the heat was on. The #1 Alliance shot into the lead after semifinal match 2, where they scored a Troy District record high score, 222 points, building 4 tall stacks of 6 with time to spare. After the last of the 6 semifinal rounds, the Bees Gorillas Alliance had a 70 average point lead over the second place Hammerheads Engineers Alliance. Both moved on to the district finals. In the finals, the Killer Bees and Engineers both demonstrated their programming skills with head-to-head simultaneous 20-point autonomous modes. In match 1, the Red Alliance took the first win with a big margin, scoring 178 points over the Blue Alliance score of 141. In finals match 2, Team 226 on the Blue Alliance stole 2 containers from the center bridge in the opening seconds, but the Red Alliance prevailed, finishing off the Troy District, winning match 2 164 to 142. This was the second 2015 season win for both the Killer Bees and the Las Gorillas. Both of these teams are sure to be strong contenders next week at the state championship.
I expected to do well, but not make it to finals.
We just kept repairing the robot, making subtle improvements to the robot until we got it working pretty well.
Now we're going to states probably, and that's going to be really awesome.
Today's win definitely helps our goals with basically building higher stacks, lining up better on recycling containers.
Today's win does not change my season goals. If anything, it just makes me want to win a state championship and a world championship even more.
Thanks for sticking with us here on Robozone. Coming up after the break, we catch up with highlights from the Troy District, followed by rankings and a look ahead to the finals from our resident expert, Jim Zondag. Next on Robozone.
At Lawrence Technological University, you'll go way beyond the books. Professors with real-world experience deliver hands-on instruction in small classes, helping students land co-ops, internships, and research projects. By graduation, 80% of LTU students have jobs or plans to pursue master's degrees. And most Lawrence Tech grads earn more than their peers. So if you're ready to embrace your possibilities, we want you at LTU.
You may not know us, but you know the things we do.
We build landmarks,
buildings,
highways,
bridges, and pipelines.
We build rewarding careers.
we operate.
We maintain.
For over 100 years, we've kept Michigan running.
And we'll keep it running.
We're Operating Engineers 324.
And we're proud of being part of something special.
Join us.
Welcome back to Robozone. I'm Stephanie Funkhauser. Bedford High School in Temperance was our 18th and final district competition of the year, and boy, it was a good one. Bedford had an abundance of teams playing for their third time, with a total of 15 teams playing a bonus event at this competition. We saved the best for last.
Deep in the southeasternmost part of the state, many of the big names in Michigan FRC were in the house at Bedford, including Team 217 Thunder Chickens, 548 Robostangs, 1189 Gearheads, 2137 Torque, and 3641 the Flying Toasters. With all these great teams in the house, it was sure to be a great show. But the real star of the weekend was the home team, 1023, the Bedford Express. Coming off back-to-back district wins at Southfield and Woodhaven, the Bedford Express showed us that they were certainly not done making improvements to their Recycle Rush gameplay. The qualifying rounds at Bedford started off with a 200-point score in match number 1, set by teams 548, 1189, and 217. This set the tone for this high-scoring event. Bedford was our highest-scoring Michigan event so far, with an average qualifying score of 92 points. In qualifying match number 7, Bedford Express hit the field and demonstrated their most significant recent upgrade, a new 20-point autonomous mode, and earned 169 points on their first try. Throughout the day on Friday, Bedford continued to post very high scores, placing 3 cap stacks of 6 totes nearly every time they took the field. They were clearly taking the Recycle Rush game to a new level. By the conclusion of the 80 qualifying rounds, the Bedford home team had amassed a qualifying average of over 172 points, the highest level set in our state so far, and over 3 times higher than they scored in Southfield in Week 1. High qualifying score of 220 points this weekend was set in lucky match number 13 when 1023 played alongside Team 3547 Virus and Team 5612 the Roboraptors from Bentley. Bedford Express finished in first place at the end of qualifying, followed by the Robostangs in second, the Gearheads in third, the Flying Toasters in fourth, and Team Torque in fifth. Lots of scoring power from these great teams. In Alliance section, Bedford Express teamed up with the Robostangs and the Dundee Viborgs to form the number 1 alliance. 1189 Gearheads captained the number 2 alliance, selecting the Flying Toasters, and 5252 the Cyber Tigers from Detroit. Team Torque led the 3rd alliance, choosing 217 Thunder Chickens and 3773 Tecumseh's Cobalt Commanders. In the playoff quarterfinals, the number 1 Bedford Alliance blew away the competition as they posted a record-high 199-point average score in their 2 rounds, leading the pack by an over 50-point gap. The number 6 Alliance of Team 862 Lightning from Canton, 3322 Eagle Imperium from Ann Arbor, and 2832 Livonia Warriors finished in 4th place, moving on to the semifinals, leaving Alliances 4 and 5 in the dust. In the semifinals, it was more of the same. The Bedford Robostangs Alliance broke the 200 mark in semifinal 6, giving this number 1 group a ticket to the district finals. The number 2 Gearheads Toasters Alliance took second, eliminating Alliance 3 and 6 from the playoffs. The Bedford finals seemed like a sure thing for the number 1 alliance, but Recycle Rush is a game of precision and mistakes can be costly. In finals match 1, things were off to a great start, but then the Bedford team faltered, dropping the recycling container as they placed their first stack of 6. They scrambled to recover but could not obtain another can, and the Blue Alliance began to overtake them. But their partner, Team 548, poured on the speed and completed 3 stacks to try to close the gap. The Blue Alliance finished with 3 stacks of 6, and the score was getting to be very close. When the final score was posted, it was Red Alliance 142, Blue Alliance 141. Just a 1-point victory for the home team. Doesn't get any closer than that. In Finals 2, the Red Alliance got their game back and went all out for the final match, setting a record win of 236 to 150 and finishing the event. How fitting that the very last district match of the year also set the highest score of the year. Truly a great partnership of teams. Bedford is now one of only 2 teams in Michigan with 3 2015 district wins. Robostangs finished with 2 golds and a silver. The Viborgs took home their first ever blue banner in their 4-year team history.
With our upgrades that we made on our robot, because we're always looking to improve, we're looking to place pretty well in a competition, yeah.
The kids have surprised me all year. Every time we go up a level, I think, and I caution them, I don't know if we're going to get more out of this, guys, and they turn it up another notch each competition.
After Livonia, and after doing some thorough research on Chief Delphi and other robotics forums, we knew that we had one of the fastest cam burglars, probably the fastest in Michigan, maybe not in the world, but very close. So we knew that the top seed alliance would be picking us.
Well, after our first couple events that we went to, we didn't do so hot, but we kind of fixed up our robot and it was like, hey, we're doing great. But it was really more just to have fun.
Hi, I'm Jim Zondag. For the last time this season, back in Control Command. 18 district events are in the books. It's title time.
First in Michigan has issued invitations for all 102 spots for the 2015 Michigan State Championship. This 3-day championship event will feature 2 playing fields for twice the excitement. This will be the largest FRC event ever held in Michigan, and it will be hosted at the Deltaplex Arena in Grand Rapids. We should see the Recycle Rush game elevated to new heights. I expect that we will see the overall qualifying average exceed 120 points per team, and I think we'll see top scores up over 250 points. What will it take to win the 2015 First Robotics Michigan State Championship? We've seen how small mistakes can cost dearly in this game, and the teams who finish at the top will be the ones with near flawless execution. In 17 out of our 18 district events, the number 1 alliance ended up winning the event. At the state championship, with so many good teams in the same place, the advantage to being number 1 will not be as great as it is in the average district competition, but it will still be a tremendous advantage. Robot attributes which each top alliance will need in order to be a contender will be: number 1, a fast chute loader; number 2, a landfill collector. To excel, alliances must have a team member who can collect from the floor; a container stealer. The majority of the points in Recycle Rush come from these recycling containers. Number 4, an autonomous juggernaut. Having a team member who can score this bonus every time may just be the difference. Number 5, a container specialist. Many alliances will benefit greatly from having a robot specialized for these tasks on their alliance. Alliances who can put together a squad of 3 robots which contains all of these 5 abilities will stand a fighting chance of winning next week. In a tournament with 16 alliances and a very deep serpentine draft, the number 1 captain may have to settle for only 3 or 4 of these abilities instead of 5, and it may be that some of the lesser ranked triads will have a competitive advantage. We'll find out for sure soon enough. I can't wait.
After 6 weeks and 18 district events, here are our final pre-championship Robozone rankings.
Number 5, team number 314, the Megatron Oracles from Flint, a 3-time district winner. Number 4, team 548, the Robostanks from Northville, 2-time district winner. Number 3, the Killer Bees, team 33 from Auburn Hills, 2-time district winner. Number 2, team 67, the Hot team from Milford, 2-time district winner. And our number 1 ranked team at the end of the district season, team 1023, the Bedford Express, 3-time district winner and the only Michigan team with an OPR over 100 points per match. I expect all of these teams and many others to exceed their previous records at the Michigan State Championship.
That's our show for this week, fans. We really appreciate you watching and looking forward to bringing you all the results from this year's 2015 Michigan FRC State Championship. Remember, you can catch up on everything Robozone by going to our YouTube page, Facebook page, or Twitter page. Simply search Robozone Show. I'm Lauren Plant, and we'll see you one more time next week. Robozone is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. Toyota, let's go places. Fanuc America, innovative automation solutions. Hino Trucks, the fastest growing premier medium duty nameplate in the United States. And Operating Engineers 324, we keep Michigan running.